have nothing but the highest hopes for some of you.
ScreenRant viewers beware, this contains massive spoilers for both the original Broadway musical and movie adaptation of Wicked, the prequel to the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz. For those who haven't seen the musical, Wicked actually ties into Wizard of Oz in several ways. For starters,
how would I know?
Our first fight.
Wicked begins in the third act of The Wizard of Oz. The very first scenes of Wicked show what remains of Elphaba right after Dorothy Gale threw a bucket of water at the Wicked Witch of the West. This is followed by a scene of Dorothy with Elphaba's broomstick in hand, walking the yellow brick road alongside Toto, the Cowardly Lion, the Tin Man, and the Scarecrow, as Dorothy and her friends return to the wizard in the third act of the 1939 movie. The Land of Oz celebrates the death of the Wicked Witch in the prologue of Wicked. Meanwhile, the Broadway musical goes even deeper into The Wizard of Oz, featuring Dorothy crying while imprisoned by Elphaba and actually showing Dorothy's silhouette as she throws water at the witch. All of this is crucial to establishing the context behind Wicked, which recreates the events of The Wizard of Oz from a revisionist lens, flipping the pivotal archetypes established by the most influential fantasy film of the early 20th century. This is why the Wicked Witch of the West is the hero of Wicked. Meanwhile, whereas Glinda the Good Witch personified magic and kindness in The Wizard of Oz, Wicked's Glinda is a spoiled, powerless brat with a realistic redemption arc. And while the original movie already revealed the wizard himself to be a charlatan, Wicked reveals that he was actually not just a tyrant, but is also responsible for Elphaba turning into the Wicked Witch. Notably, Wicked also reveals the origin of Elphaba's flying monkeys, which is tied into Wicked's refocus on animal rights as Elphaba's primary motivation. Moreover, Wicked also reveals the backstories of Dorothy's companions. But before we go further, another warning is in order. The next part contains heavy spoilers for Wicked Part 2. Based on Act 2 of the Broadway musical, Wicked Part 2 will finally reveal that several original Wizard of Oz characters secretly debuted in the first movie. Prince Fiero, whom Elphaba falls in love with, is actually the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz. Meanwhile, the Munchkin Bach, who dates Elphaba's sister Nessa, becomes the Tin Man in Act 2. As for the Cowardly Lion, he's the little cup trembling in a cage in Wicked, seen in Shiz University after the humanoid goat Dr. Dillamond is taken away by the authorities. In addition, Nessa Rose eventually becomes the Wicked Witch of the East, after becoming the ruler of Munchkin Land in Act 2. In fact, Nessa's silver shoes are also Dorothy's ruby slippers. First seen when Nessa's father gives her the shoes at Shiz University, these silver beauties are actually destined to become the iconic red slippers that Glinda the Good Witch gives to Dorothy Gale. In relation to this, Wicked not only captures but greatly expands upon the iconic whimsical visuals of The Wizard of Oz. Did we miss anything? How else does Wicked tie into the original Wizard of Oz film from 1939? Thank you for watching ScreenRant and stay tuned for more movie news.